Hello everyone, I'm Sean, alright, and this is Everyday Food Reviews. Today, I've got a couple more energy drinks from Black Energy from Poland. We've got After Alcohol and Energy Sex. Now, it's my understanding from looking at the website that this Energy Sex isn't so called because that's how good it is. It is so called because it supposedly has aphrodisiac properties. Unfortunately, how true that is, I won't be demonstrating in this video, but it should be interesting nonetheless because apparently it's dragon fruit, grenadine, and lime flavour, which is good because, I mean, it doesn't say that on the can. I would be, oh no, maybe it does, but it's in Polish. Pitahaya Grenadina Limetka. So, yeah, okay, it does say it on the can, but it's in Polish. I can understand that that's what it says with the knowledge from their website, which has an English version that I could read. And this After Alcohol is citrus flavour, and it has glucose, vitamin C, niacin, pantothenic acid, B6, B2, B12 and caffeine. So it's mostly all the usual stuff you'd see in an energy drink, but with glucose in as well. I'm quite excited for that because it's supposedly a citrus flavour. It's also sponsored by Polish athlete Mike Tyson, as per the last video that we looked at. I don't know. I don't know if many athletes are big drinkers, if they'd have an energy drink to compensate for a hangover. But yeah, it's got Mike Tyson on it again. Now, one thing I do notice in this, looking at the ingredients, this one does have an English list of ingredients. I can't see any electrolytes. And something I might like to see in some sort of hangover drink would be electrolytes. It does also say 10.5 grams of sugar per 100 ml. And yeah, this one was 9.7, so they're both pretty high in sugar. Now, glucose is, as I understand and from what I remember of basic biology, glucose is a good thing to be having in a drink for a hangover or after alcohol, as it says. It says after alcohol, but I'm thinking it's a hangover sort of drink because the reason you get a hangover is because of dehydration, essentially. That's why I would expect to see electrolytes, just to help a bit with hydration. But the reason you get drunk in the first place is because the receptors in your brain that normally use sort of glucose for fuel preferentially choose ethanol molecules from the alcohol instead of glucose, in very basic terms. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. If it's not, then correct me in the comments, please. Don't hesitate to do that. I'm sure you won't, but it has been a long time since I've looked at biology. So I'm thinking we'll start with the after alcohol citrus flavour. All the cans from Black are usually pretty nice. They're usually a black can, and it's just a plain metal can. It would be really cool to see them do a black top on it, but you know, you can't have everything. I got these from the Eastern European import shop for, oh, my table there dragging this coaster over. I got them from the Eastern European import shop for about 59p. I think they've got a lot of drinks in there. They've got Black, 59p. They quite often have Hell. We will be looking at Hell, which is usually price marked at 50p, but we've got a Hell coffee to look at that was price marked at £1. We will be looking, if that goes up first, then I'll put a link to it, but if not, then you know, you'll have to wait. We've not, at this point, we've not looked at that. I will put a link to the other Black videos at some point, because we'll have done two by now. We'll have done the samurai ones, and I looked at the original one and the original sugar-free. As you can see, it's yellow. I mean, that's a good start. It's yellow and cloudy, so it's probably going to be a good citrus flavour. It smells It says citrus, so you think, oh, is it going to be a bit of lemonade? It smells mostly of lime, which is nice. I much prefer lime to lemon. It's a more sort of complex flavour in my opinion. Lemon, it's just sour. It's not that I don't like it. It's just kind of just sour. But lime, you've got a bit of sourness, a bit of bitterness. There's a bit more to it. Cheers. It's a strong lime flavour. It's quite sour. It's like quite a strong lime cordial. If you know Rose's lime cordial or something like that, it's along those lines in terms of flavour, in my opinion. Oh, right. I'm really enjoying that, but you're going to have to like lime to like that. If you don't like lime, you're not going to like this at all. It's not like a usual lemon and lime sort of thing. It's very much lime. You know, I think things like Sprite and 7-Up are supposed to be lemon and lime flavour, but you can't really taste lime in them. Not like this, anyway. It has come straight out the fridge. I think this would be better even colder. I think with a bit of ice, as it is, it's a little bit sticky. But it does have, you know, added glucose. One argument against putting electrolytes in there would be how it affects the taste. A lot of the time drinks with electrolytes in can have that sort of saltiness to them. Understandably, as electrolytes are, they're basically half of a salt molecule. So a salt, you've got a positive part and a negative part. The electrolytes you want are usually like the positive part of that. So you know it tastes salty. You know, things, sodium and potassium. If they added them, they'd have to add it as a salt basically, and then it would taste salty. And we've seen that with a few other drinks. We've seen that with the BCAA drinks, especially the Civation Extend BCAA drinks. I'll put a link to. But with that flavour and that amount of sugar, a lot of the other drinks with electrolytes in have been sugar-free. With this amount of sugar and that really sharp lime flavour, I think they could have easily gotten away with adding a few, and it wouldn't have been an issue. So now we'll move on to this it says Black Energy Sex, and there it says Black Sex Energy, but if you look it up online it says Black Energy Sex. So, as I say, I won't be reviewing this as it's in its sort of intended use case. I'll be reviewing it just as a energy drink, and I'll be talking about the flavour of it. Oh, it's a cola colour. That's cool. I like that. I like to see that. Oh. That smells incredible. It smells very sweet. It smells very fruity. It doesn't smell sour at all. That's amazing. I think it's already working, to be fair. I'm not sure what's in it that's meant to be an aphrodisiac compared to just a standard energy drink, and it doesn't help that I can't read Polish, unfortunately. I'll have another look on the website, maybe put up a few chemicals or vitamins that they've put in this. Like I say, I did have a quick look on the website, but I'll have another look. Oh, I've only just noticed that. I thought it was weird that we had a big X there and an S. I've only just noticed that the ingredients are in a letter E. So we've got S, E, X. Wonderful. Really going all in on that. Yeah, I'm just glad we've not got over 1,000 subscribers, because otherwise this video would lose the monetization, but we don't have monetization anyway, so I don't need to worry. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. It smells so fruity. It'll sound like a bad thing, but it smells almost like part of it smells like a prune juice, and part of it smells like quite melony, like a watermelon. I only had dragon fruit once or twice, and it's not really tasted of anything. I think a bit of that grenadine. If you don't know, grenadine is usually a cocktail ingredient, but it's a syrup made from pomegranate. So it's just like basically concentrated, extra sugary pomegranate juice. Cheers. Now there's a lot going on in there. It does taste sour. It doesn't smell sour at all, but it tastes sour. There's nearly 10 grams of sugar in there and it tastes sour. But the sourness comes afterwards. Usually I'm a big fan of sour flavours. This flavour I think could do without it. It tastes nice and fresh and fruity. Maybe a bit syrupy, but it smells and tastes of all of those things. But then that sourness doesn't seem to sit well with it, in my opinion. It tastes almost like it's gone off or something. But don't get me wrong, this is very different, and if I see it, I'll probably buy this again. It's just so different. I don't know why they can't print bigger on the can that it's, you know, dragon fruit and pomegranate and lime flavour. Of course, the sourness will be from the lime, of course, now that I say it out loud, but I think they could probably do without the lime. That's really nice. Instead of this big S. I don't know, I think they'd sell a lot more if they said dragon fruit, pomegranate and lime flavour. I have had another drink that I think was pomegranate and lime flavour, but it was one of those natural ones that doesn't really taste of anything. And it didn't really taste of anything. This one does. They both got the usual caffeine, by the way, 32 milligrams per 100 ml. I don't think that's going to be everybody's cup of tea. And I think a few people watching this are going to want to probably avoid it because it's a bit weird and embarrassing buying a drink that claims to be an aphrodisiac. And a few people are going to buy it regardless of what I say about it because it's a funny little novelty to buy a drink that says sex all over the can. But yeah, if you're just into trying weird energy drinks, you know, either of these, they're both from Black and they're both completely different to a normal energy drink flavour. So I'd give either of them a go for, you know, 50 or 60p. They're much more than that. I think you're going to have to really want to try them. But if you see them for 59p, whatever, just try them. Yeah. I think that's all I've got to say. Very, very good, very interesting drinks. Drink of pure power and sex. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it in that regard, but in terms of the taste, it's very different. I do think it would sit better without the lime though. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Cheers.